Hi, and welcome Beyond the Racing Line, the Formula One podcast by fans, for fans. Is the championship over? That's going to be the big question tonight. We're seeing Lando Norris take a very controlling hand onto that championship trophy. However, there's still 3 races to go, and 3 races to go still seems like quite a lot. And I bet you if you asked Lando Norris, he'd be saying the same thing. But it wasn't the round that the Aussies needed, that Oscar Piastri needed. And I'll tell you what's happened. Oscar's gone from the championship, it seems, and lo and behold, there's just the 2 of us.
Isn't that just...
Where is everyone?
That's poor. Like, you have to stick with your people.
The old faithful.
Yeah.
Hello,
Old
Tristan.
faithful. Hello, mate. Well, it's lovely to be here. But yes,
No Shane.
No
No
Shane.
Bunny.
Yeah, Bunny's not here. I know we haven't seen Bunny for a while. I wonder if he's still with us.
I haven't seen Bunny in a long time.
But Shane, as he comes in with his McLaren beanie on, nowhere to be seen. And true fans stick with it all the way through thick and thin. You hear, but well,
that's it.
That's it. He also did celebrate a birthday. What, last week? This is old. Was it the week before?
No, it was quite a while ago.
It was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Oh, look, he's old.
Good try.
So old people go to bed early, don't they?
Wow, this is true.
It's just gone 8:30. He's probably sound asleep.
So we're going to go through it old school without all the support around us, but that's okay.
That's okay.
We've got this under control.
Yeah, we know what we're doing.
I think we need this. There was a chance that we're a bit tired. We've got a lot going on. We're racing each other next week.
We are racing each other next week.
And it was, I was like, oh man, I don't know if I've got an episode in me at the moment, but you know what it came down to? I was like, I need to talk this out. I've got to talk this out.
Yep.
The Oscar situation has had me down, but anyway, we're going to fire up. We're going to fire on. So, yeah, we're going to have all the goodies.
We've got all the goodies.
Tell me though, it was the Brazilian Grand Prix. It was a sprint race weekend. It was a beauty, wasn't it?
It was.
Other than the Oscar result, it was a beauty.
You take the result out of it, and just as a general racing fan, it was terrific. It was absolutely terrific. It had everything you need, and even, I dare say it, I really enjoyed the sprint. Even for the disaster of what it was.
Good Lord.
The disaster is what it was. So, anyway, it was a location that was correct for sprint. But then what are we doing? What are we doing next year?
Moving it away.
To somewhere else who's got a little bit more money.
Do you know who's got it?
I know I haven't got it with
Singapore's got it.
Oh, that's it.
The place where you
go
cannot
where
overtake.
we can't overtake, and let's not overtake for an extra time.
They better come up with the softest tyre in the world and force everyone to use it at Singapore next year to make it.
You'd want an 8-stop strategy to make that work. What was the one we had? The C6. Remember was it the Hypersoft?
Yes,
the pink one that we went through. That's what I want.
Yes. And
literally,
they must have to use it.
These all you can have. It is a weekend of Hypersofts.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, it was a great race weekend. What are you going to give it? What sort of race ranking?
Jeez, it's hard. You've got to separate just my love of what's going on with Oscar, but then also the absolute disaster of what it was again, because it was a disaster. But then it was also a fantastic weekend. So I think I'd be wrong. Oh, jeez, it's not quite. It's not a 9. It's not. It's an 8. It's an 8.
Yeah, I was sitting in there. I was sitting in there.
I couldn't give it anything else, really.
I'm being supported in my attitude to racing because I do like Lando a lot. And so it's not like it's the end of the world that someone... I would have been disappointed if Max was taking it off him.
No, I wouldn't.
And not because I don't love Max. It's just I don't need Max to win another world championship this year. And so it's like, I'm getting through it. But yeah, so for me, I'd even go as far as to give it like an 8.5, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think an 8.5. I thought it was a great racing weekend. Fair. And like you say, that location, and it's just a great vibe, that joint in it.
It every year. It lives in the final round of the season. And it lives nowhere else.
It should.
And it never will. It's just,
Yep.
We'll go to Abu Dhabi for a semi-procession, and we'll all go to bed and that'll be it. But, I could finish like that on a high. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, that's where it lives.
Yep.
That's where it lives, so I won't ever be swayed on that.
I'm with you. We've actually got an opening question tonight.
Do we really?
Yeah, we haven't had one for a little while.
I couldn't tell you the last time we had an opening question.
No, I know. I was discussing this on my mountain bike with our opening question giver.
Oh, yes.
But anyway, he pushed on. And his question was a little bit appropriate this week because it was
Okay.
my wedding anniversary.
Oh.
11 years married to my beautiful wife.
That's nice.
And it revolves around the favourite present you got for an anniversary. Now, you're not married,
No.
but you can relate to presents you've got, I think.
Where's my favourite present?
Favourite presents? I'll go with Kingsley's, though. His favourite
Okay.
one was a large granite mortar and pestle. Now, do you know what a mortar and pestle is?
I do know what a mortar and pestle is.
Why do you know what the one is? You're not a
because
person of the kitchen.
It's just common sense.
Okay.
I know what it is.
Which one's the mortar? Which one's the pestle? It's always
well,
annoyed me.
Well,
I would have thought the bowl
what
was
is it?
the mortar.
no, the bowl would be the pestle because, the mortar would be the
Okay.
stick thing.
The
is
thing
that
that
correct?
thumps it.
The thing that thumps it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because I
Yeah.
feel like a pestle.
True. Well, because I was thinking like army mortars, they fire into the air, but yes, they probably are that part.
I'm going to literally Google it right now.
Anyway, so the mortar and pestle, they've got this wonderful one. It's so big that it actually broke a glass coffee table, and I can believe that because I've got one like that, and it has got a crack. It cracked the glass table, but they've still got it. They still use it. And anyway, it reminds him of the couple who gave it to them 25 years ago, whenever he gets out of the cupboard. So I like that. I've got a couple mortar and pestles, and for me,
Yep.
is it the mortar that is the
So the
the
bowl,
thump?
the bowl is the mortar, and the pestle is the
There you go.
blunt object. There you go.
I was right. So the pestle, then, for me, I've broken a couple of them.
Okay.
I've got a really big one, which is just too big to be getting in and out of the cupboard all the time. If I
Yes.
want to do a big spice batch or
Yep.
a big herb batch or whatever I'm doing, I'll get it. I'll go to the effort of getting it out. But I've got a smaller one, which is fantastic because I feel much more inclined to get that one out and do my
Okay.
cooking. So
Like
that's a
that.
good one.
Okay, that's
I really like kitchen utensils.
You like your gadgets and tools.
You
love
do say that.
I think
You do
it's
say that.
beyond the shed.
Oh yeah,
You just love anything that's going to
Yeah.
make your life easy.
yeah. If if
Yeah.
it makes sense, I like
It
it.
makes sense you like it.
I'm currently running my favourite thing in the world in the moment, which is my thermocell, which gets rid of the mosquitoes in
Oh,
here.
I couldn't-
There's so many mosquitoes
I
outside.
couldn't hear it. No, well, you know how I feel about that. I'm not
Yep.
attacked by mosquitoes weekly.
But so anyway, yes. But I was racking my brain to try and think of what our 11 years ago our favourite present would have been from our wedding, and I for the life of me, I can't think of one. I mean, you generally got given lots of money these days.
Yeah.
I think we spent a lot of that money on a coffee machine, which is still going.
That's
and I
good.
love my coffee machine.
Well, that's a good investment.
Yeah, 11 years out of a coffee machine seems pretty good.
That's pretty bloody good, I would assume.
Another present that which we were supposed to get was my mate Nighty. You know Nighty?
Yes.
Hello, Nighty. If
Hello,
you're listening
Chris.
from over in San Francisco, he paid for a videographer to come and video our wedding, and he was going to then cut it together
Yep.
and turn it into a wedding video.
Yep.
We never got the wedding video. He never cut it together.
Oh, no.
There's just a bunch of footage sitting somewhere. He tried to send it to me once and it didn't work, and now I
Just
don't
as
even know where
random.
it is.
Yep, right, good.
So yeah, that's probably us. What about you? What's your favourite gift that
My
you've been
favourite
given?
gift, I'm hoping it's not a Christmas gift because I can't remember when I got it with Kit, but I have it's my speaker. It's my Ultimate Ears Boom speaker. It's my favourite thing in the world.
It is one. They are wonderful.
It goes everywhere with me.
Yep.
It's dirty. It's got paint on it. It lasts the test of time. I'll put it outside if I'm mowing the lawn. I'll have headphones when I'm mowing the lawn. But I might be
Yeah.
I could be on the
Chipping
trampoline.
away.
Yeah, and I'll have it. If I'm cleaning the shed, boom's on. If I'm at work and I'm doing some stuff, boom's on. And just to have music around you all the time. Quite
Yep.
like that.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah, it's my favourite thing. It's
Nice.
my favourite thing in the world.
Okay. Drink of the round. As we drink our way around the Formula One world, I've been trying to match a drink with the country that we've just been at, and I've failed this week.
Well,
I failed this week. I meant to go to Dan's,
yep,
and I actually completely... we're a day late recording.
we are.
And then I meant to go into Dan's to pick up a Brazilian liquor.
Yep.
And I forgot all about it. And so anyway, I'll bring it out next one because I really want to try it. It's the one when you look up Brazilian drink,
Yep.
you actually get a really straightforward answer. It's just clearly this is their drink.
Oh, that's good. That's handy.
But it's going to be quite lethal. So
Efficient. I like efficiency.
So like it's quite often there's like, oh, you can go a bit of this, go a bit of that, and quite often they're borrowed from other countries, whereas this is just a Brazilian drink. So anyway, we're going to bring that one out next round.
Oh, good.
Next episode, whenever that'll be, because that's actually going to be even a trickier one to do.
Well, that'll be Vegas. That's Vegas.
Yeah, well, it's this week.
No, it's next week.
Is it?
We've got a week's break.
Oh, there you go. Okay,
you go.
That works well for us. So anyway, we're going to we'll bring it out there, and then we might be able to have a Vegas drink as well. We'll see how we go.
Maybe we could have a bet that week. Maybe we could
a bet.
Yeah, a bet because it's Vegas, it's gambling. Maybe Jay could come back with Beyond the Bet for just that round.
Remember Beyond the Bet?
Oh, that was just $10 on Dan every week, regardless of what he was doing.
Well, we tried to talk him into a few things.
Yeah, it failed miserably.
He was never up. He was never up.
Maybe that's what we could do throughout the episode, not to promote gambling or anything like that, but we'll have
some bets.
We'll have some bets on just some random things because Vegas is all about gambling
and
money and stuff like that.
Do you want to bet on our racing teams? Who's going to?
Yeah, no, because I think that's pretty straightforward.
You never know.
No, yeah.
Your kids are looking good. Let's get into the race.
Okay.
Now, as we always do, we're a sprint race weekend. We can't go through the sprint and the race, but we'll touch on the sprint across the race weekend.
We'll drip feed it in.
Yes, exactly right.
I like that.
But Lando Norris, as we said off the top, I was thinking about it the other day. It seems like he's had just a real turnaround in this last part of the season. I think he seems to be having the last quarter of his season so far has been the turnaround that he needed. Not even that. I mean, it's only been since probably Austria that he's made, or Mexico, that he's made the big change, really, isn't it? But he's gotten on top of Oscar, and Oscar's done the complete opposite. It's like Oscar's had a really poor last third of the season.
Yeah.
Lando had a poor quarter of a season in there. And it just hasn't quite worked out in his favour. And as poorly as Oscar is performing, Lando's now really stepping up to that mark, isn't he?
I think so. And being out front is making life so much easier for him because
we talk about this.
Quali is the big thing for me, where Oscar's qualifying was exceptional, and he was, and you've talked about it all year. With the McLaren out front, is a better McLaren than it is in traffic. And I mean, that's very clear-cut to see at the moment, where Lando is nailing poles, and then he's staying out front. And then life is easy.
Yep.
Whereas Oscar is finding himself tripping up in qualifying now, and then we're starting fourth, and we're starting fifth, and we're starting eighth, and then there's a mess to deal with, and there's opportunity for things to go wrong, where when you are just out front, those things are not there. You don't have to negate them or anything like that. So, yeah, I mean,
the qualifying pace is well, for Lando, it's impressive. This is the Lando we saw last season.
Yep.
Finally, we've seen it now. Like, I haven't seen him. I mean, it's only been 2 races, let's be honest, Mexico and Brazil, where he's been so dominant, but it does seem like he's back to last year's form. I mean, that could drop away pretty quick again.
It could, yeah.
But it does seem like he's back to last year's form, and it just, it's looking quite impressive for him.
His emotions seem to be in check. That's one thing I've noticed in the past month. Is that he is not being as open with the media as he was.
Yeah, good
and
point.
we talked about that was going against him because he was down. He was saying, I'm not doing this. He'd be really emotional in post-race interviews. He'd be beating himself up. But at the moment, couldn't tell you the last time I heard an interview with him beating himself up or even just talking about how he's feeling. So that stopped.
Yeah, he's not getting carried away with championship talk or anything like that.
And he's not bringing himself down. He's not reflecting on himself. He's just answering the questions that are in front of him and then going away.
Much easier to do when you're going
absolutely,
well. But I agree. I think we've seen that even when Max was on top.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting lost in all
No.
that.
Well, we saw this change at the start of 22 when Max won his first title. From just the absolute flair that's, I mean, it's still there, but it was suddenly a real relaxed and sort of weight off the world. World off his shoulders. So.
Got the job done twice across the weekend.
Every
4 times across the weekend.
Every
really,
session.
I mean, 2 qualifying sessions and 2 races. He just got the job done nicely and controlled the race, and just looks in fabulous form.
Yeah, I was saying to a friend today, like, they've both had their down periods, but the luxury for Lando is that his down period came with 11 rounds to go. And Oscar's down period is coming with, well, we got 3 left.
Yeah, the two DNFs have just cost him so severely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Without those 2 DNFs, he's probably still 18 points ahead.
And look, there's other little things in there that you can talk about.
Yep.
Silverstone
Yep.
is something else. Like there's 7 more there at Silverstone. So, you know, we're getting in the hindsight era now, aren't we? Where it's just you'll look back and you'll find your points. But then, you know, Lando was the same. Look at Canada, put it in the wall.
That's right.
You know, look at the engine blow up.
Yep.
There's 50 points right there
Yep.
that were just, you know, he missed out on too. So
Yep.
they've both had their dips. They've both had their upturns. But unfortunately for Oscar, the dip is with limited to no time to recover.
Let's move to Oscar.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, we'll drop into the sprint race here. He was looking okay for the sprint race.
It was looking really good.
And then
a freak off, really.
And then, well, yeah, I mean, he followed Lando onto a curb, which generally curbs in that sort of conditions is a big no-no. Lando got away with it.
Yep.
We saw Russell avoid it, I think.
Kimi avoided it fully first.
Kimi avoided it. I think Russell maybe touched a little and had a little moment.
Yep.
And then, Piastri went over it as well, and it absolutely sent him.
Yep.
I mean, there was talk of... Because, you see when Norris goes over it, there's a big splash of water. It clearly just wet everything, because then we saw a range of other cars come off at that same moment. Should have been off the curbs, but, I mean, some get away with it and some don't. And that's racing in the wet, unfortunately.
Yeah, I saw a really good analysis after the weekend of the contact patch of a full puddle of water versus a slippery surface, and where it's totally understandable where Lando didn't come off, because that contact patch is so deep, and so there would have been a momentary slowing of the rear and the front, whereas for Oscar, it's a slippery surface, so the contact point of that was so thin that it was going to do nothing more than limit the grip that he would have off that tyre. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you feel for him, but, I mean, that's racing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's just part of it.
He was... The worst thing is, I mean, his race paces seemed okay. His qualifying pace is nowhere. His race paces seemed okay, and I was looking forward to seeing him take on those Mercedes in that moment, but it wasn't to be, and it was there. That was... I mean, if they were neck and neck, that was the first little advantage that Lando was going to get over him, and then we saw in the race... he started pretty well. Once again, got stuck behind a slower car at the start, which sort of has really been a bit of a pain for him recently.
Yeah, and that's where that quali comes into it. We're qualifying in the wrong spot now.
Yep. And then, they move themselves around. Safety car comes out, and at the restart, he gets real aggressive. And I liked it because I was sick of him being quite aggressive enough. Love the move down the inside, and the door closed.
It did.
He locked up, and... he ran into Kimi, and Kimi ran into Charles.
Yep.
And ended Charles' race. Kimi managed to get through pretty scot-free, and then all blame was put onto Oscar.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Well, I compare this to Circuit of the Americas incident only a handful of weekends ago, where Oscar cut back, knowing that there was a car possibly there, but then was taken out by Hulk, and then he was into Norris. So it's the exact same incident, really.
It's a very similar incident.
But we didn't penalise Hulk there. We were sympathetic of Hulk's positioning, and how that circumstance came about. But for this one, you can add the lockup in there, and I understand the rules that you got to show that you're under control, and that puff of smoke instantly says I'm not in control. Which just that split second.
It just bugs me so much.
I know. We talk about rules.
It shouldn't be that a lockup means you're out of control.
Yep.
Because you can lock a wheel. I mean, look at rally drivers, but I mean, you can lock a wheel and still be in control. His line didn't change.
Yep.
He was the first to start slowing. The door got closed.
He got the jump so well. Like, Antonelli knew that he was done for there. And it wasn't the only time in that race that he got the jump on Lando on both feet. He got him every time. Because Lando, funnily enough, I thought he was going to do what Valtteri always used to do. And when Valtteri was out front, he would go on the line.
Yeah, so late.
It just goes so late that you didn't have an opportunity and you had to wait till after turn one. But Lando went at the exact same point, and Oscar knew that. But it was like he knew before he was doing it.
Yeah.
Because
he almost went too early.
He did, he did. And he mugged him. But So,
But
don't
I
know.
mean, his line didn't change.
Line didn't
the
change.
only person whose line changed was Kimi.
Yep.
And I mean, they hadn't got to the apex, so you can't decide who has the corner
That's exactly right.
because contact was made before then. So it should have been racing.
Yeah.
Still to that point, Kimi closes the door on him. If Kimi doesn't change his line and pretend he's not there,
Yep.
we don't have an incident. Now, I'm so annoyed at so many people in this.
Yep.
I'm not annoyed at Charles Leclerc, who was the victim of it all.
Almost like defending Oscar, really, wasn't
Defending
he?
Oscar, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was just ridiculous. It was stewards not really doing their job, just taking the easiest option because there was the only evidence that he wasn't in control is there was a puff of smoke.
Yep.
And you can have a puff of smoke without losing control of your
Yes,
car.
you can.
It just, for me, it's just like, there's a puff of smoke. Job's done. We're sorted. It really annoys me. Who's the stewards from the weekend?
I don't know.
I
can
went
find that
searching.
for you. Oh, you did? Oh, good.
I went
for you.
searching.
Yep.
You know what? They weren't released.
Ah,
They weren't released.
They weren't released.
I mean, they weren't written up, and they should be written up. They should be held accountable for this. I went searching. I couldn't find it. I'm sure they're there somewhere. I'm sure it's released somewhere.
Yep.
But it's just, you have to be able to do your job in that moment. There was no evidence of losing control other than a slight lockup, which was caused by somebody else closing a door who didn't have the corner yet. And
Yes.
so for me, it's just racing an incident. I'm not blaming Kimi.
No.
It is a racing incident. But if there is someone to blame, it is Kimi because he closed the door. There was a car there. And so, for me, it's just, they've just lost it completely with that one.
The thing that frustrates me is if that is lap one,
It gets away.
we're all just going play on.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
that was our real sticking point last episode too. Was what are we doing about this? So
Yep.
and we did. We had a couple of near misses on lap one, and we let it go.
And it has changed the championship because he gets the move done.
Yep. And
He ends up in second place. He is
it's like
a possibility to chase down Lando. I personally don't think he was going to get him. There's no evidence to suggest he
it's
would.
the same
However,
stuff, yeah.
it is his chance, isn't it?
That's
he
exactly
could
right.
go and chase down Lando potentially, try something different, and the championship, is it over? Is my last part of all this. Is the championship over, Tristan?
Well, you know what? I want to say no, but
It's not is the correct answer,
it's
but
not,
it's very, very difficult
but it
from
just
here. Yeah.
it almost is, isn't it?
Yeah,
It really is.
a Lando DNF, and we're back on.
Yep.
And that's not something I'm wishing upon Lando because that's not the way you want it to happen.
No.
But a Lando DNF and we're back on.
Well, absolutely, we're
a
back
Lando
on.
poor result and we're maybe on. Because then it requires Oscar to be in the right spot to make the most of that situation. And so, it is really relying.
I think
a
a Lando, a Lando win and an Oscar second in Vegas, and I will fully.
We're done.
Well, I'll put a line through it and say well done, Lando.
I would have thought so too. But so for me, like that decision was so critical. I know you shouldn't make you shouldn't make decisions on where people are in the championship.
Yeah,
but them getting it wrong has wrecked the championship, and that's important. That's
Yeah.
important. Them getting it wrong has wrecked the championship, and I don't want to hear them say this is the evidence. Because there wasn't that evidence. A puff of smoke isn't evidence that you're out of control.
Yeah,
you You need to see more of that. It wasn't like he was dive bombing. He was the first to brake.
Oh, absolutely.
Because he saw the door closing. He was the first to brake. And then he still came across and caused more. Like he was nearly ahead of him. And he could see he was coming across, so that's why he started to brake.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like it was a dive bomb where he was the furthest in. I would have been interested to see Kimi, how Kimi would have made that corner as it was anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
So anyway, it was incredibly disappointing. Incredibly disappointing. Wrecked my day. But anyway,
We're still up and about though. I'm mindful. Mindful of how biased I've been this year.
And that's absolutely right.
I'm gonna stick with
Absolutely
it.
right.
Stick with him.
Yep.
Stick with you. I'm actually more flat on Max, to be quite honest, which I'm sure we're going to do in a second.
Well, we'll get to him eventually. Kimi Antonelli, though, came second, and Shane said to me during the week, he goes, you've been proven wrong with Kimi. And I completely disagree. I've been hard on Kimi, have I not?
You have been very harsh. Where is he on the whiteboard? Where's the whiteboard?
Hang on, let's just focus on this for a minute.
Okay, sorry, yep.
So, I've been hard on Kimi.
You have been very hard on Kimi.
This is proof as to why I should have been hard on Kimi. This is a great result. What
It's
were we
fantastic
looking
result.
for? We were looking for a great result.
Yep, a great result.
And we've got one now.
Yep.
And now we can relax and say, now we've seen it, Kimmy. We saw it in the sprint race.
We did.
It wasn't a fluke.
No, because it came up again.
The last round wasn't too bad, and you've had a couple of decent rounds. You've started to remove the mistakes that you were making regularly. There's still a few in there.
Yep.
There's still a few in there.
Yep.
But we've seen the great result we were looking for. You've picked up a second position.
On merit.
This is, in this car, what we expect of you.
Yep.
Big tick to Kimmy.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking that I've been too hard on him because I've been right, because this is what we should be getting. This is what we should be getting. We haven't got it.
I actually agree with you on that. I think Shane's 100% wrong. Because, yes, I've been harsh on him, and it is a great result, but I don't think it's as far to say he's been proven wrong. If he did this for the next 3 rounds, if this was a month worth of results, I'd jump on that.
No, but see, I'm not. I wasn't on Kimmy's no good.
No, I know.
I was on.
I know. We want a bit
Kimmy
more.
wasn't
We need some more
performing
from Kimmy. Yeah.
as a rookie
Yep.
as of yet.
Yep. So that was true.
This is what I'm looking for. So
It's fantastic.
and you bring up the whiteboard.
Where
and
is
I
he
like
on the
that.
whiteboard?
And so just to remind people our categories at the moment, and we can get new categories. Don't worry about it.
We
Top
did
shelf.
talk about that.
Top shelf. We've got Max, Charles, Oscar, and Lando.
Yep.
I'm glad I kept Lando in there. He
Well,
really wasn't in there at one
lucky
point.
for you.
Charles, some people would argue Charles is pretty lucky to be in there, but anyway.
No, Charles is top shelf.
Geez, that guy's good. I've got Science, Alonso, Gasly, Hulk. Second-tier drivers. So I'm just not quite sure. I've got Lewis in there at the moment. He's probably lucky to be in there at the moment. However, he's starting to show a little bit again, and that's why you don't...
So you don't dump him?
You don't disregard
That's right.
legends, and he's not driving top shelf,
No.
but he could nearly be there.
Yes.
I've got George in there at the moment. He might be a bit gutted not to be in the top shelf, but he's not there yet. At the moment, I've got Pretenders, Lawson, Yuki, Ocon, Stroll. Does anyone not belong in there?
No. He's the most correct category you have.
Nailed it. Which one? Well, is there anything else that you've thought of gotten wrong so far?
I'd argue against George.
In second tier, you think he's a top?
Yes,
Do you really?
I do.
He's close. I agree. He is close.
I don't think he's not. For me, I can't think of anything he's not done to not be in there.
Bottom of the barrel,
Yep.
Franco Colapinto.
Well, what did I say? I told you, didn't I? Brazil, signed. Here we are. Bang.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Going to be someone.
Yep.
Behrman, Bortoletto, Hadjar. I think Kimmy's going to be somebody.
Really?
I'm close.
That's.
See, he's not even categorised.
No, I know. Cause
so
we
far.
Could, no.
Because he hasn't deserved a category yet. I'm not willing to write him off as a pretender.
No, he's not a pretender.
Not yet.
You haven't seen enough of him
I wouldn't do that to
to
him just yet.
qualify him as a pretender.
No, but I'm close to saying he's going to be someone because I really enjoyed that result. However, I want to see that consistency.
Yes, I
There
agree
is-
with you. I'd want to
for
see
m-
it a bit more.
For me, like we've seen little glimpses from someone like an Ocon a long time ago, and he never came on, and now he's a pretender.
Yep.
And so for me, Kimi is close to being there, but he's just not quite there yet. Still something to prove might be his category.
Could I throw out a possibility of another category?
Something to prove.
Just no.
All
It's
right.
in just this is above your top shelf, to be honest.
Whoa.
Just a league of their own.
And
And-
you're not putting Kimi in there.
No, but is that where Max lives?
Nah.
Not after the weekend.
Nah.
Really? I thought if Brazil last year was his best drive ever,
Tell me
for me.
Tell me his best overtake.
Well, I don't know. There was one that was
We're not.
the best overtake.
We're not there yet. We'll hold that thought. We're not there yet.
Okay, I feel there is a place on the whiteboard for just
top notch.
just a league of their own, above top shelf, and that's where Max lives for me.
You could be right. But
Yep.
I'm not off.
No,
not off that last one.
No, that's
Something to prove.
something to prove.
Kimi.
Really?
He's not there yet. No, he's not there yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could it be a work in progress?
Yeah. Well, something to prove.
I guess so to see.
He's very close to being
Where's your boy Alex live?
going to be someone.
Alex is not on there.
Yeah, well, so we've got Albon. We've got Albon still to place, and I'm not sure yet. He doesn't.
Said to you last night, just happy to be here.
Geez, that guy's good.
He's not good. He's not in there. He's not in Geez, that guy's good. Because he's not.
You wouldn't rank him alongside Gasly, Hulkenberg.
No, I wouldn't.
See, I would.
No.
I think he's there. I think Albon's, geez, that guy's good. Yeah, he's not going to leave the sport anytime soon.
No, he's not going to
leave the sport. And it's not because of
soon.
Finances that it's holding him in there. Yeah. Anyway, so let's Kimi, fantastic. George was great across the weekend as well. Oh, and Kimi had a good sprint race too.
He did. George had a good sprint race too.
Yeah, so it was the Mercedes were back within.
They were, weren't they? The high altitude suited them really well.
Yep, I mean Ferrari. I mean we're going to get to them. Well, let's talk Ferrari just quickly now. Well, but it was like they potentially were going to have a great weekend,
but then they
twice.
Yep.
And one was completely wiped out without any fault.
What did you make of John Elkins' comments that came out on Monday morning
about some better driving, less
talking?
Shut up, you fool!
Yeah, no, I'm not sure where that came from because they're not the type of drivers that put themselves before the team
or talk themselves up.
Or no, Lewis
blames the team.
No, that's exactly right. Lewis has bent over backwards this year to get somebody in that team to get on his page because for me, Lewis has had a year of give.
Talked himself down.
Yes.
Talked himself
down. Come on. Like, yep. I'll do it. Yes, yes. And Ferrari have had a year of take. But he has begged them to jump on board. Like, please take something from me.
Absolutely.
And they haven't come to the party. They really haven't.
Comments.
They have not. And he has constantly backed them in when he had every right to go, oh my God, I am so sick of my race engineer because I have come from just a winning machine and you're just not interested in what I have to say. Charles is his own worst critic. Again, he's calmed that down, but he is team first at all times.
Yep.
At all times. He was beside himself when they didn't win the Constructors last year. Like, absolutely shattered beside himself. So you couldn't have two more team first drivers in your team. You really couldn't.
And people that just don't overtalk.
No.
Yeah, no, it was disgusting. I mean, you've jumped the gun, but he's cleared that of the day.
It was absolutely. It was a panic stations comment. It was I need to say something because my stakeholders have asked me a question on Monday morning. So I'm going to put myself in front of a camera and say something. Like, it was a double DNF, and like Charles wasn't his fault for his DNF
at all.
Wrong place, wrong time. And then Lewis came off, and then ended up.
Lewis didn't have the greatest of races. Lewis gets a lot of penalties at the moment.
He does get a lot of penalties.
But however, it didn't require that comment.
No, it didn't.
It was just such an arrogant comment from someone who's achieved shit all.
It's even Lewis himself. Like for me, part of that was just racing instant for Lewis. Wrong place, wrong time. And just off he came, and that's it. And it was a double DNF.
Yeah. For someone who's achieved nothing in that role, and I mean nothing.
Well, no titles, no constructors.
Exactly right.
Yep.
Do yourself a favour. Piss off.
We're about to have
take some of your own advice.
A winless season. They're about to have a winless season.
Yeah, no, clear done.
I know. Remember when Shane sat here and told me they were about to win? Still waiting.
Max Verstappen. Let's talk about your boy Max.
Tell you what,
it was a great race. I want to get started. He had a great race. However,
brilliant.
It wasn't one of the great races.
Oh,
it just wasn't.
I beg to differ.
Remind me of the best movie made.
I couldn't tell you a single best
movie made. You know why?
Made.
Because seas parted once again. You know how we've had these conversations about people don't race Max hard enough.
I know.
Seas parted for him, and it wasn't necessarily people not taking him on properly. I went back to watch how it all happened because he started from the pit lane. Started from the pit lane.
Yep.
Terrible qualifying.
Yep.
And we are watching him. He has a great start. Obviously has a great start. Picks up a bunch of spots. He's in 13th spot in no time.
Yep.
Terrific driving. Then you just watch and people are pitting in front of him left, right and centre. He's getting people on the straights when they're in other bits and pieces. It was one of those races where it just fell in his lap. Then he put in some good times. And obviously, whatever changes they made to that car because they weren't happy with it made a big difference. But it was just one of those races where it just sort of, it worked for him nicely. And he drove beautifully from pit lane to the podium is amazing. It just... You go back and watch, though, and it's just like, that's opened up nicely for him. That's opened up nicely for him. Oh, there's a big gap for him to pit into. How good's that? And so, yeah, it just worked out nicely, even though the man had a puncher at the start of the race too.
Oh, I tell you what was that? That was a 10-second stop? He lost by 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it was still in hand, but yeah. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the first time ever in his career that he was eliminated in Q1 on pace alone.
There you go.
Any other time, it's been an engine failure or a technical issue or a penalty. But that is, this is the first time on pure pace alone. I tell you who my hero of the hour is, and again, we're going early. That's all right. We can have a different week this week. Is Red Bull.
Tell me more.
Is the fact that it was going so wrong and their willingness on Saturday night to go, no, you know what? Everything off, floor off, everything off, full setup reset, brand new engine in the pool, let's take all the penalties, let's go to the pit lane, let's start again. The bravery to go, we have just got this so wrong. And if you think about how many teams would just persevere with it and go, oh well, we got it wrong. We're just going to do a couple of different things in the race to try and negate that. We're going to maybe do a different strategy. But the bravery just to just pull everything off it. I think about Aston a couple of years ago when it was going wrong, where they had the setup, they had the aero philosophy, and it was going right, and they made changes, and it went wrong. And what did they do? Stuck with it, and it got worse and worse and worse and worse. So absolute, that podium was as much as like I laud Max for it, because it was a phenomenal drive. Like, you've still got to do it. You still got to get the job done and do it, and he did it. That is why he is a freak. But for Red Bull to be brave enough to go, no, everything off, start again, hand it to you, you do what you do best, and we trust you. That is why he is as good as what he is. And it was won by the team. And I mean everybody. It was great. Even JP was like, hey, I'm giving you some suggestions, and I know you're getting feisty, but you can either take them or not take them. I couldn't care less. And you could see it was rippling through the team. But credit to them. I couldn't think of another team, maybe outside of Mercedes, to be quite honest, that would just go, we've got this wrong.
They wouldn't do that now.
Full reset.
They'd get it wrong and reset it wrong. At the moment, they would, yeah.
But that was awesome. Hats off to them.
No, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
You know, like look at McLaren, for example. Oh, we got it wrong. Oh, well. We'll 1-2.
Should Oscar have gone down the Lando path of changing the suspension setup to give him more feel like Lando did? He chose to stick with the old system that was working for him at the time.
I mean, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but he was winning. And he was on pole, and it was working.
Hard to change.
So he had no reason to change.
Yeah.
Because
I worry that
wrong
McLaren have just focused on this new change, and he should have updated himself with that change. That's my worry.
I think
not in terms of where he was at. Maybe knowing that then McLaren were going to understand a whole lot more if he was working with that.
That's probably the learning curve.
It seems like they're a bit lost on why he's not working out quite the way he wants to be at the moment.
But I mean,
I wonder whether that might have, if he was in line with everybody else, they might have had a bit more information to help him out with.
And I'm sure if he was behind in the standings and had not had the wins and the poles, and it was like, well, right now,
let's do a change.
I'm looking for something.
Yep.
But when you're out front, what was Nicky allowed to say? You're either winning or you're learning.
Yep.
And at that point in time, he was winning.
Yuki. Yuki was a 17th and last finisher.
Fail.
The man needed a really good weekend because they'd given him a bit of extra time to prove himself.
They had
to be a Formula One driver.
He had the floor upgrade. Floor edge upgrade, sorry, not the floor upgrade. Floor edge upgrade, and he stuck with it. So...
Yeah, it wasn't the weekend for him.
No.
Still no further along in knowing what's going on with that second seat.
It'll be fair to say that it'll be 3 weeks, we'll shake hands with Yuki and we'll say thanks very much because...
You'd have to think so.
You would think so.
There's probably no benefit to them now.
No.
Announcing that he's going to be sacked.
No. Just leave him.
Yep.
You look at and I think as an organisation, they actually need to ensure that they pump the brakes on that because, you have the likes of Perez where it needed to be done and then it wasn't done, and then everyone else came in, and then it probably didn't need to be done, and then we did it. So now we just need to just stop. Just messing with drivers and just let him finish the year out and then just go again.
Sixth position, Oliver Behrman.
Oh, I tell you what, where
Well,
has this come from?
Well, it hasn't just been this race though.
No, and that's
We've
what I'm saying.
seen a real upturn. I mean, there was little signs first half of the season. There were little glimpses. There was some good pace there.
But then there was nothing.
Good racer, and then he'd just make a bunch of mistakes, or he wouldn't have those. He wouldn't be making big mistakes. He just wasn't getting the results.
Oh, there has to be just
We've
rubbish.
just seen him really lift, and to come home in sixth after what was it, a fourth in the sprint race? Was it?
Yep.
It was. It was just.
It has been an absolute spike in form for me.
I'll take that back. Wasn't.
It has just been bang.
Yeah.
He has scored more points than Oscar has in the last 5 rounds.
Yeah.
So just phenomenal.
It is very impressive.
And then with his teammate doing absolutely nothing either, I think that magnifies as well.
Wow. Yeah. It's a seat that needs fixing, that Ocon seat, I think. But anyway. Ocon finishing in 12th position in amongst the traffic. Lawson 7th. It's a good result. Lawson and Hadjar 7th and 8th.
I think RB had a wonderful weekend.
They had a lovely weekend.
I think that was their thing, yeah.
Is he doing enough to hold a seat next year? We've seen probably the second half of his season really improve after going through not being dropped from the main team.
Yep.
Moving into the second team.
Yep.
Has his second half of the season been enough to warrant him to stay on?
No.
Not quite?
Not really. And I think
it's been better, though, hasn't it?
It's been better, but if we're going to go and grab, which as I said to you last week, Dunn and... I forgot his name.
Oh, yes, the young rookie.
Yes.
Yes,
it escapes me. Escapes me. I can't think of it.
The young rookie.
I've had a
in
mental blank.
In the driver
if
program.
we are going to grab 2 new rookies, I don't think Lawson has done anything that I don't feel a new rookie could not do themselves. Does that make sense?
Yep.
I want to say it because you pronounced it wrong the other day, as you usually do.
What?
And then I made a conscious effort because
there's
an O in it. The way that it's pronounced has an O in it, and I always make sure I pronounce the O because that's what you didn't do, and it sounded weird.
I can't even find it now.
I've drawn a full mental blank. This is what happens when we're a day late. We can't remember these things. Anyway, so no.
For me, I'm okay with him staying on, but I don't want to put Hadjar into that Red Bull team. I've stayed firm on that. And so, but they're sort of in that position where they're going to have to put him in.
Yeah.
And so that he's going to have to go in there. And so for me, I'd be okay with Lawson and Dunn. The problem with Lawson for me is, because I want to keep the rookie whose name escapes us,
Arvid Lindblad. Sorry, yes. It's the L, not the O. Yes, Arvid Lindblad.
And so for me, I want him to do another year of F2 so they don't destroy his career by putting him into the RBs.
Yep.
And I think, with Dunn and Lawson, Hadjar stepping up, I think that's an okay mix.
Yes. Well, Solov has gone to High Tech, I think it is. So he's out of the F3.
Yep.
He's out of their F3, which leaves.
But it was improved. It was much improved, and then obviously Isaac Hadjar, who has had probably not as good a second half of the season as his first.
Yeah,
but he's still showing signs. For me, Lawson just hasn't shown a sign. I was looking for the Kimi moment.
Yes.
I haven't seen a Lawson moment.
Okay.
Haven't seen a Lawson moment.
And
that's like, he just doesn't show signs that he's just got that ultimate pace. Or
that's very true. Yeah, that's very true. I'm with you.
Speaking of someone who hasn't got ultimate pace.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden he'll bring something out. You're just like, he is pretty good though. Hulkenberg was in ninth.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, he hasn't got that ultimate pace. No. However, his consistency to be nearly there is quite impressive. Anyway, he brought home another good haul of points, and I love seeing all these teams in the points.
Yeah.
It is just great to see. We're seeing all the teams in amongst the points, depending on where we're at. It is a good season for that, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
We even saw Pierre Gasly picking up a point in that car that we've been very rude about.
Oh, yeah.
me leading the charge of rudeness. But so no, that was another great result for Pierre Gasly. Once again, a little wake up call. Jeez, I tell you what, their social media team was close to getting him.
I saw it.
Did you see my comment?
I didn't see your comment, but I saw the social media post of how we've gone. Just
that we haven't scored a point for this race. You know what? We've just got two.
I know.
We've just got two.
The celebration of mediocrity.
It was ridiculous.
I was like, where is he? And I haven't seen your comment, and I will have a look at your comment. I'm excited for your comment. But I
tell you what, I was restrained. I thought that was good.
Well, it didn't pop up straight in my feed, so it must have got much traction, because generally you're that sort of, you get that little sample comment that everyone loves. It's always you. But yeah, here is the last 10 rounds of no points. And then we just got 2. And I thought, oh, gosh.
My comment to it was, what sort of social media post is this?
Oh, that's good.
And that's good. You don't have to get rude.
No, but it's
just
not.
Ridiculous.
It's like, imagine Sauber last year going, hey, unbelievable drive from Hulk, 17th. Like, here's all the rounds we've finished 18th, but this week we were 17th. It's nothing to celebrate. It's
good on you.
You know what? It is an absolute dud of the day for me.
Good on you, Gasly.
It is an absolute dud of the day.
Good on you, Gasly, for performing so well.
Yeah.
However, just simply put...
Well done, Pierre Gasly.
Well done, Pierre, on a solid race.
Gasly, point scorer. Like everyone else does. Just Gasly, point score, tick, move on.
Don't remind everyone that you haven't scored points forever.
Here's what we haven't done all year.
But we did something this
week. We did something today. When your kids put their shoes away? It's like, oh, wow.
Well done.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yes, my kids are currently on the rewards bandwagon.
Really?
They're working towards something. And so they've created charts. It was all on them.
Yep.
And the big thing that they're trying to get their heads around is it's got to be more than just the usual.
Yeah, good. I like that. See, I'm keen to get the little man on a bit of pocket money.
Yeah.
Like 50 cents for a job, 20 cents for a job,
something
like that.
Just a little break from our current conversations.
Yes.
What is with him sending me messages?
I love it.
That he doesn't like my trikes.
Well, because I showed him the colours, and I'm like, do you love these, mate? Just ready to cry in a ball, because he'll say yes.
My trikes look magnificent.
They do. And then he said no. He's like, no, Dad. And I was like,
so you thought you were going to record that?
I said, hang on. I said, what about Dad's? Do you like Dad's? Oh, yeah, Dad, I like yours. I was like, I love you, good man. But he actually, initially, I said, oh, he said, when are you going to race? I said, I'm going to race on Wednesday. He's like, you come first. I said, oh, where will Uncle Roger come? And he actually said, in our conversation, I said, we should send this to him. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. But he actually said, you come 20th. I was like, where's he coming? He goes, he'll come 20. I said, let's tell him. And
at least he gave me second.
He is very excited. I was
disappointed
disappointed in that. I said, hang on, mate.
Can't believe you're getting your kids to send me shade.
You said 20 before. What's this second business? So, anyway.
Is there anyone else you want to talk about?
I just want to talk about Gabriel Bortoleto, because my heart broke for him, because he was my absolute... Well, just honestly, that country was behind him, and it just... That crash was phenomenal. Next level. 339 kilometres an hour at the wall. I'm very convinced that DRS failed, because they were all closed on the straight except for his before. I don't know whether he broke, and that's the thing I don't know about. I don't know whether he broke.
See, the DRS closes when you...
Or he swerved out, whether he swerved out or not. But everyone else... was closed. Even the two behind him, the RBs behind him, was closed.
It didn't look like he hit the brakes.
It didn't look like he hit the brakes.
I'd like some explanation.
But I feel like my gut tells me that DRS failed, and it was just a split-second failure. So 339 kilometres an hour at the wall. First impact was 39G, and I think the second impact was 57G. But I tell you what, hats off to the design of that survival shell, because it was huge. It was massive.
So happy he's okay.
Oh.
So happy he's okay.
So happy he's okay.
And hats off to the photographer that got that picture.
Oh, that is a lifetime of work there.
And it just shows what sort of sport these guys are putting themselves in.
Absolutely.
To be there's someone in amongst that wreckage, and that wreckage is moving at all that speed. Like that's not like a stopped wreckage.
No.
And the fact that there's a human being in amongst all that, and the photographer just nailed it in terms of being able to capture that moment.
Yeah, brilliant.
So yeah, you definitely had a weekend to forget.
That I've got a lot of love for him.
We understand that. We're Australians.
I'm semi on him. Like, I know Hadjar was my man. I hitched myself to him, but I feel like next year I'm going to hitch myself to Gabby full on.
Our Australian drivers don't perform in Australia, and so he had a Brazilian driver in Brazil.
Winning at home is incredibly difficult to do. So anyway, I just wanted him to do really well. You can see that the nation is behind him, and there's a lot of love for him there too. And it couldn't have been anything more. But like you say, winning at home is so bloody hard to do, so difficult to do. If you haven't seen it, get on Instagram and find the video footage from the grandstand.
Socials.
Yeah, hit our
the
no,
video
that's what I'm saying. Of Bortoletto's crash. Because it is in real time. I know Max's hit into the wall at Silverstone was huge, but this was a whole nother level. Hats off to the lady walking in the grandstand holding her 2 beers, where he hit the wall underneath her and just held on to him and kept going. Watch the footage, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'll have to have a look. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it was massive. So
thanks to All Signs, we're going to go 3, 2, and 1. Who's your 3 points going to?
Lordy, I tell you what, I'm going to give 3 to Antonelli because I thought he had a phenomenal weekend. Phenomenal weekend.
I don't think I can disagree with that.
Okay, there you go. I thought you were going to.
No.
It has to be 3.
It was the weekend I was looking for from him, and he had a stellar weekend across the whole lot. And I'm with you. 3 points. It's not the best car.
No,
it's probably the third best at this venue, and so Red Bull. Who knows what that is, but I'm with you. 2 points.
2 points. I am going to give to Max because, again, as I said, the team made the call, but the man's got to get in the car and do it, and he did exactly what he needed to do. So super effort. So 2 to Max.
Yep.
And then my 1 goes to Lando because it was a great weekend.
Yeah, I'm a bit torn. I want to give a point to Behrman.
Yeah.
I thought, stellar race, but I'm with you. Like, those two deserve the rest of the points.
They kind of do,
We don't like giving out those points.
If I was given a half point for 4th, absolutely, it'd be Behrman all day.
Yep. But no, for me, it's I'll give Lando the 2 because I thought it's not easy to control the weekend like he did. I mean, we know that it performs well out in front, but you got to be out in front. You got to get out in front.
Yeah.
And so for me, I thought that was better. I thought Max's weekend was way messier.
Yeah.
He had a great race. But weekend across the weekend, way messier. Date of the day, obviously.
Date of the day, yeah. We've mentioned those.
Bortoletto.
No, I just mentioned.
I
love that for it. Hey, liveries. I love liveries. What did you make of the Williams Golf livery driven by words? Really?
No, thank you.
Yeah, I didn't like all the words all over it.
I
didn't even take a minute to read them either. But
was it not just what McLaren did with the Golf?
It was pretty much the same thing. I mean, when you get a Golf livery, that's the stock standard.
So you can't do that again.
Yeah.
This soon after.
I think it might just be
unless you just do it for the season.
Might be. Yeah. Well, that's I thought it'd be a great one.
And not make it a special.
Might be a plug and play one.
It's just ridiculous. The livery thing is ridiculous. There's nothing special about any of them. If they're all that much better, just go with a better livery from the start of the season.
How fantastic was the driver parade?
I didn't see it, but I saw highlights of Charles cutting grass.
It was so good. It was so good.
I'm liking that they're getting interested.
And that's what I like to see. That's what I want from a driver parade. However, what I don't want to see, and we've got to be careful on this now, right? Because the Lego was brilliant. We had the little monster trucks or whatever in Austin, but you couldn't really see the drivers with those sort of things. And then you had the mini cars here. What I don't want us to do is I don't want to spoil it with too much of a good thing. So I'm all right with a couple of boring ones of just being on the truck, waving at the fans, waving at trees, whatever you're doing. I'm all right with that. But every now and then, I want you to sprinkle one in.
Tell me.
But I don't want it every week.
Do you care about a driver's parade?
Yes,
if you're at the track,
it's fun.
If you're at the track,
yep, it's fun.
Is the driver's parade better than a race that could be on in that time?
It is not better than a race, but it is a memorable moment that you will live with. So when I used to go early days to the Australian Grand Prix and stand on the grass, the 2 things that I took away along with the race, was a celebrity race where they had all these people getting in. That was fun. It was a fun thing. And then the ultimate speed comparison, where it wasn't like it was today, where you have 3 or 4 have a go at practicing and finding out what the exact margin is and then do the exact margin. The ultimate speed comparison on the day was on Saturday morning. You got the 3. You just went bang, bang, bang. But you had a current car on the grid to chase it down. You didn't have one of the show cars, which obviously, I mean, I'll say you can't do it now. Of course you bloody could. But how fantastic would that be? Imagine putting Max in his Red Bull and then going to chase down.
Or at least bring last year's car.
Anything, yeah. But they're the two fun
Give everyone
things.
a go of bringing one.
So they're things that I would always look forward to as a fan, and I loved it. I loved the little thing because it's a headline grabber. It's a memorable moment.
But so you haven't mentioned the driver's parade in those two things, though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's the point.
You think it's any good?
I think it's great.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
I don't mind them going around in the back of a classic car.
You can still do. Yep, you can still
do that. I don't mind that. I find the truck ridiculous.
I'm not a fan of the truck. I think I love
what a waste of time.
Yeah, I love a classic car. I think classic cars are great. I think you could probably have a truck every now and then if you really need to. Like Spa would be a perfect example because it's a long way. And then, yeah, I think you can sprinkle it in with a couple of these fun ones. But my point is, don't overdo it. Don't suddenly go 24 races of fun ones because then the novelty wears off.
I'm with you.
Yeah, but anyway.
F1.5.
F1.5, the greatest championship in the world outside of the current one that we have. Oh, I haven't done my colours, and that will throw me off because I like my colours. Did you know that? Did you know I put colours on? That's right, because you don't see.
I don't see, no. But
I
do know that you like colours.
I do like to colour coordinate because it makes my life easy to actually see what's going on. Anyway.
Behrman picked up the big points this week.
Behrman did pick up the big points, hey? Did pick up the big points. So, all right, let's get into it. You'll be surprised. There's actually it's getting a little bit sort of, I don't know, hit and miss. But I think with 3 to go,
it's on.
3 to go, it might nearly be locked away. Nearly be locked away. Nearly. Anyway, all right, let's just go the random group and then 4, 3, 2, and 1. Franco Colapinto picks up a point, 46 points. You've got Liam Lawson on 188. You've got Gabby.
Hang on, how does Franco only pick up a point?
Because he just got a point. You've got Paul.
Hang on. Well, rewind. He's ahead of Stroll.
Stroll didn't get a point at all.
He didn't get a point.
Stroll got no points.
I thought everyone got points.
Remember, 2 don't get a point.
Oh, 2 don't.
2 don't get a point.
Oh. Well, there you go.
That's why I got a point.
There you go. Sorry, my apologies. Continue.
Colapinto 46. Lawson on 188. Gabby's on 122. Hulk is on 186. You've got Gasly on 151. You've got Stroll on 137. You've got Ocon and Sainz are now locked away.
Hang on. So Gasly, who's in this car that we've been complaining about all year,
scored more
than Stroll.
Than Lance Stroll.
Who's been in a somewhat competitive car
for majority of the season.
No, I wouldn't say majority, but at times.
Brilliant. Gasly's picked up 16 points in the last 2 weeks, so that's actually quite good. Sainz and Ocon are locked away on 184. Whose season is that more reflective of? Is it the...
Well, Sainz has had a shocking season in terms of making mistakes, hasn't made the pace, now found pace and still makes a few mistakes. And Ocon's had a fairly decent season,
but also
in a car that has been okay.
Also a bit of an anonymous season as well too.
Yeah. No, I think it says more about Ocon.
Okay.
That's where he's at.
Okay, fair. So 184 apiece there for both of them. And then we come to 4th place, which is the great man in 4th place. Displaced. Don't know how I feel about that. He's had a shocking fortnight of 3 points after the fortnight before that, taking home a massive 40. So he's not having a good time, the great man. 195 for Alonso. Ollie Behrman is just on the hot streak of his life. These are his last accumulative rounds. 15, 10, 10, 18, 18, 25, 25. So it's back-to-back wins. He's
huge.
50 in the last 2 rounds.
Huge.
I'm not going to add up the others, but you can work that out at home.
I appreciate
227 in 3rd place. Now, this is where it gets a little bit sort of tasty all of a sudden, right? Because Isaac Hadjar, the man who once was ready to pounce and take this championship on scruff of his neck.
Yes,
and then it slipped over.
Were calling him in.
I know. I was calling him in. I was getting merch signed. I was ready to get banners. I was on to Chris at Dr. Auto Arts. I said, Chris, I need an F1.5 artwork for Shane. 254.
Ooh.
Behrman's on 227. It is not insurmountable.
There you go.
That Behrman could come from the absolute clouds and nab second. Wouldn't have had that on your bingo card a month ago.
No, you certainly wouldn't.
And then you've got Albon, who is
not great, according to you.
not great, but
Not
leading the
great,
way.
according
leading
to
the
you.
way. 311 points for him, and he nabs the fastest lap as well. I tell you what, fastest laps. Everyone criticised me. Fastest lap. 30 of his points comes from fastest laps across the season. So it had his F1.5 for the fourth last round.
I've been convinced. Alex Albon is going into, geez, that guy's good.
Oh, my God.
If you look at his company, at the moment.
Excuse me.
He's got Alonso next to him. Alonso's done nothing for a long time.
Yeah,
okay,
but it's
so
been great for a long
but we don't lose our sight of who they are. Like Lewis, Carlos Sainz.
Yep.
Geez, that guy's good.
It was very good in a Ferrari.
Not so good at the moment. I'm not going to wipe him off straight away.
Not so great in a Williams.
Not straight away. Gasly.
A very good driver. Mm-hmm. Just a very good driver.
Yep. Hulkenberg.
He's never really had a good car, has he? Hulk, very good driver. Very good driver. Never really had a good car. Ever. Always driven rubbish.
Alex Albon.
Yeah.
He's doing well. He's leading your
I
championship.
know.
He's doing very well.
I know.
And this, don't forget, this is in a Williams.
Yep.
The best of the rest.
Yeah. Anyway.
It is impressive. It is impressive. I haven't looked at the results of this. So I don't know whether to throw to fantasy.
We will
or
throw to
not.
fantasy because it's been all right, but it's also not been all right. So, anyway, thanks to Chris.
It's been all right, but it's not been all
Yeah,
right.
because-
What a description.
Well, yeah, because I made a last-minute change because our boy really convinced me in practice that he was on it and he looked good and he was happy. And he just, honestly, he batted his eyelids and he smiled at me. And I said, you know what? Yes. I will put you back in and I will dump Max Verstappen.
I wonder what the results were, though, in the end.
Drought.
What did Max get? Because Max didn't
A lot.
have... Oh, did
A
he?
lot.
Did he?
A lot. 2 points per position. He went from the pit lane to the podium.
This is true. I
It's
hadn't thought about it that way.
disaster call. So anyway, I did all right, but I left about 4,000 points on the table, let's be honest. Because, like I said, our boy looked at me and he smiled and he batted his eyelids and he said, I'm ready for this weekend. I said, you know what? You are. You know when your kid, like, you know what Hugsy does? He does this, puts his hands, again, bad for podcasting, puts his little hands together under his chin and he goes, Daddy, please. And I'm like, all right. Here's your $50.
Good Lord.
Anyway, thanks to Chris at Dr. Auto Art. I'm losing my voice today. It's going to be Christmas soon. Get around his Instagram, Facebook, Redbubble, emails, all of his socials if you're after some F1, motorsport, MotoGP, NASCAR, anything motorsport related, and get around one of Chris's absolutely phenomenal pieces of artwork. A lot of Black Friday sales.
Yeah.
Are you over Black Friday? I'm not over them, but I tell you what, I'm on it. I found, look, I found this. I was looking at this before. Here is a Red Bull shirt, the unisex heritage team polo. Was 124, now 37.
Looks okay.
You know what that says?
Rip-off still. It was far too expensive at the start.
Buy me $37 on Castor Store. If you listen to our...
Hang on, what? How much is it?
$37.
Oh, I thought you said $137.
No,
it's still it's still far too expensive.
70% off. It was $124.
Oh, right, okay.
Now it's 37.
Oh, yeah, no, that's good. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So
that looks nice. I like it.
if you work for Castor, send us one because we've just
Give me a
plugged you there. Yeah, give us some free shirts. Anyway, get around Chris and all these kind of terrific things, especially if you are in the market for something for Christmas. Did you know that today is National Happy Hour Day?
Oh.
So head over to your local bar with friends and have a legendary discounts on your favourite alcoholic beverages.
Hang on. It sounds like an ad.
That's what it literally says here on my little Days of the Year page.
Feels to me like you've just read an ad for somebody.
I haven't. It's National Happy Hour Day. If you know someone who likes chicken soup for the soul as well, it's also National Chicken Soup for the Soul Day.
I do like it.
And it is, this is you. This is your day. If you had a birthday change of date, I feel like today would be your day because it's National Happy Hour Day. It's National Chicken Soup for the Soul Day. You like your laksa and stuff like that.
Yep.
It's also National Roast Dinner Day.
Oh, I love a roast.
And it's National Pizza with the Works, except anchovies day.
Oh, no, I like anchovies. That's
Oh,
a
you
shame.
do? All right. It's also world.
Pizza with the works, except anchovies.
It is. That's just the
Can
unusual thing.
Can we? It seems like there's days for things.
There is so
Can
many
we
days.
get a day?
Yeah.
Should we have like national?
Should we have a day?
National Beyond the Racing Line Day
National
or something
Podcast
like.
Day, National
I think-
Motorsport Day. I wonder if there is a National Motorsport Day. It's also, just because, it's World Pneumonia Day, so if you have pneumonia and you would like some,
We hope you feel better.
with some of Chris's terrific, some of Chris's terrific artworks anyway. Shout out to all those people that have pneumonia at the moment.
Oh,
Hope you're doing well.
me too.
All right, let's get into the controversial entrant has been cleared. They haven't reared their head again this round because I was a little bit cautious of that. I thought, was that
Could they
is that
come
said
back?
person going to come back in? But they haven't. Message received loud and clear from the commissioner, and off you go. So, I played my triple,
You triple.
which did not go
On who?
on Oscar.
Oh, so you not only did you bring him back,
Not
you
only-
all aboard.
Not only did I dump Max,
far out.
and he just stormed through the
I
field.
was
I played
was
the extra DRS.
feeling like he was going to get better too, but I wasn't that confident.
You know what I got for my troubles, which is the clip I absolutely deserved. I got -3.
Fair
Extra DRS for
Fair
-3. Oh boy. Anyway, I finished in 36th position on 195 points. So
Yep.
it's not a disaster, but it's not glamorous as it should have been.
Yeah. I was 227 points.
That's pretty good. That's
Yep.
pretty good.
You know my highest scorer was?
What was that?
Geez, that guy's good.
Who's that?
Alex Albon.
Oh, gee, wow! I'm surprised you don't have 5 Alex Albons and 2 and a McLaren, and then
I put my double on him. And you know what? I played the no negative.
Did you?
And that helped me with Oscar. Helped me with Oscar.
Nice. Yep, nice.
What did you get for Oscar in the end?
Well, -3, but you would have got -1.
No, well, I ended up with 20 because I removed all minuses and he
I
finished
like
in
that.
fifth.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Yep, so it works.
Max's points definitely didn't want those. Anyway, for the round, Sao Paulo Grand Prix, Nicola Taylor, Matt Addis, and Andy Tails all came home leading the charge on 384. Zanetta in 375. Jolyon Dyer, Roman Merrick, and Dean Holt in 5th, 6th, and 7th place. David Parsons, Unimphon Udak.
Well done.
I think I've done all right there. 320 points in 9th place, and it's Mark Lynch in 10th with 313 points for the round. You know you're doing poorly when Sam Pearsall rears his head in 14th place for the round,
Oh, golly.
which is incredible to see. And then if we go all the way down to Shane, where was Shane for the round here? I know he's not here, but it's important to highlight his work, 28th position. So it looks like I was the big loser of the weekend, actually. I finished in 36th, which is not terrific. And then if we go all the way back to the actual leaderboard, leading the charge with 3 to go is Dean Holt in first place on 4,679. Andy Tails is in second, 4,649. Gee, that's close. And Jolyon Dyer, 4,627. David Rojas comes home in fourth. Nicola Taylor, Chloe Anderson, Roman Merrick, Dino Bandini, David Parsons in ninth place on 4,274. And Zanetta MM rounds out the top 10, 4,271. I've dropped a place. I'm in 12th. On 4,085. You, my friend, are in 19th on 3,872. And then I don't think I have enough battery life to just continue to scroll down the order and find the other two, because let's be honest, they're an embarrassment to...
Well,
They're an embarrassment to fantasy.
yes. There is, though, with that good result from Sam, I do wonder whether the competition's back on, because Shane was pulling clear.
Yeah.
He picked up okay, but
Yeah.
it'll be interesting.
To give myself an honourable fantasy dud, I mixed out on Max's just stock standard 62 points. So I missed out on tripling 62. I just wasn't feeling it. I just didn't feel like
that wouldn't-
186
wouldn't be any
points. It just didn't sit right with me. I thought, no, I'm much happier with -3. And then you know what else? I went to go and make the change back. And now I can't afford Max.
Oh.
So it's just got worse. Anyway,
I think Ox's right now.
thank God. Thank God I'm in 12th, because, yeah, I've done the hard work. I'm having a real Oscar finish to fantasy this year.
Yeah.
I've done the hard work, and now I'm letting it go. Anyway, we're in no danger of winning, that's for sure. Anyway, that's fantasy for the round.
Fantastic. A little bit of news floating around. So
Fine at me.
So McLaren investigating and wanting some clarification
Yep.
on Red Bull engine change
Yep.
and cost caps.
Yep.
So engines typically sit outside of the cost cap.
They do.
However, because they made a change for performance purposes,
Yep.
Stella's asking for just a little bit of clarity around that, whether that should be sitting inside their cost cap, because Red Bull will be quite close. And so I don't think there's anything bigger going to come from it, but it is an interesting question.
Yeah.
How that all works, and is this going to be fitting in within that area, the engine area, or whether it's going to go into the cost cap, because it'll be quite a significant lift in their reduction in their budget.
Yes, it would.
So that's an interesting one. For me, Colapinto's throwing a little bit of shade at Stroll, saying he's always taking people out. So I like this. I like that there's a little bit of push and shove on these teams.
I can't get around anything positive with Franco Colapinto. I find it even more difficult when you say something positive, because I'm like, what are you doing?
Know. Well,
what are you doing? I worry about your welfare when you do things like that.
You know why, though?
Why?
Because
why are you doing it? Why?
There's no purpose to Colapinto in Formula One.
Exactly. So,
however, if he's going to throw some shade,
yeah,
well, at least this gives him a purpose. If he's going to stir some people up. And then the last one, so Red Bull and Ford are going to be revealing, I think, both liveries, Racing Bull livery and their livery.
Yes, what was that, January 16th?
Yeah, in
Is
America.
That right? So it's morning, so yeah.
Yep.
Which makes sense with the Ford sort of, the Ford connection there as well.
So, but a nice early announcement for us. So
I don't mind that. How would you feel about it? I think it's a marketing ploy that a team could grab hold of, because if you want to sell some merch really quickly before the year's out at Christmas time, you would finish the season and then you would go, bang, here's our livery for next year. And people would go, whoa, yes. I'll have some of that. I would love Audi to do that. I actually think we are. Did you just say that? That we're going to get an Audi announcement?
No, I didn't say that.
We are going to get an Audi look at something Audi immediately post-season. So I am very excited to see what that is going to be and looks like. I really hope it's a car livery. I really hope to see that, but we are going to get something Audi.
I wouldn't... I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think that's a good move. Let's not do it during the season.
Yep.
But let's grab the momentum early and start creating some positive talk for you. So, yeah.
Anyway, Christian Horner is... sorry, not Christian Horner. Sorry. Toto Wolff. Toto Wolff is in talks to sell his 5% of his Mercedes share as well in the stakehold. So,
5%?
Yeah. Hey, tell you what, how good was it seeing Seb back? How good was it seeing Seb back on the weekend?
No.
I love Seb.
Oh, I like Seb too.
I love Seb.
No, I mean, what is it? A new day, new challenge for him?
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Love it.
Yeah.
And anyway. I tell you what, for Australian viewers of Formula One, KO is now offering an alternative.
Did you dip your toe into the alternative commentary?
I didn't know it was on yet.
Yeah.
I thought it was just I was actually there. Who was it? Was it Channel 4?
I, for one, couldn't find it.
I just thought we announced.
As soon as the race was finished, I went to it and found it and rewatched the start of the race, particularly the Oscar moments.
Yeah.
And it's F1 coverage.
Okay, I don't mind that because there's some quite good guys on that.
And it was unbelievably good.
Okay,
it was so good. I thought actually that Sky Sports had dialed back their biasness, because no doubt they've got to try and sell this to KO next year.
Yeah.
Sky Sports need to be able to sell their commentary to KO next year. And so if there's word that they're not going to get that through, they're going to have to back off. I mean, millions of dollars speaks volumes.
I find it amazing that we've actually, some of their commentary have just dialed it back in. And I wonder if that's because...
No, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, they've been put on notice.
No,
we're losing dollars.
Yeah, I think the feed itself, when Science come out and said, "Hey, let's improve the quality of the TV feed," I thought that's gone through the roof. It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
They use the mini box as well on the side. The replays are great.
Yep.
It's just
the
so
issue,
much racing.
Yeah, the issue is that we can't get the F1 feed for a lot of different sessions. You can only get it for the race, and you don't get the pre-race, the post-race, which is just as biased sometimes. But anyway, so no, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. To get it next time, you're going to have to get out of the race just before it starts, and I mean like almost formation lap time.
Okay.
And then go and select, and just says F1 TV coverage.
That's good. All right, well, I'll have a look. You have to show me
Worth
that
it.
looked good.
Very much worth it. It was great.
Anyway, good times. We're
Yeah.
off to Vegas in 9 days' time.
There you go, 9 days. For some reason, I've been really out with my calendar this year.
Who's your prediction?
Ferrari have been a strong suit there. I'm not that brave. I'm not that brave.
Because they're not going to win.
No, it's yeah. I'd probably say Max. That low downforce wing, I think, is just
that Monza package was
it's just going to be.
freakish.
Yeah, I think it's going to be nice. They seem to be in a nice spot. They've got a new engine to work with. I think they're going to be hard to beat there, which will not be great for Oscar's championship challenge.
I'm going to go with Sneaky George win.
Okay.
I think the Mercedes in the low downforce was also exceptionally well. So I think cooler conditions as well. Obviously, well, not as cool, but
No, although it's usually freezing.
usually freezing. But
because it's so 90 tiny.
yeah. So I think I think don't rule out George on that. I don't think rule George on that.
Guess what?
What's that?
It's a 3:00 Sunday race.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like
How
it's
wonderful.
like after. I tell you what, in the spirit of Vegas. Remember, I said we're just going to do like a little bit of like a bet. Let me see what George's odds are going to be. What do you think George will be paying for Vegas? Vegas, George,
$9.
$6.75. Max is $2.70. Lando's $3. George is $6.75. Oscar's $6.75. Leclerc is $17 and Lewis is $34.
Leclerc 17.
Leclerc is $17.
I'm just not brave enough, but
No.
maybe. Geez, they've gone well there though.
And I tell you what, for the championship, again, not that we promote it, championship, Lando's $1.13, Oscar's $6.75, Max is $13, and for your constructors, it's constructors second. Mercedes is $1.50, Red Bull is $4.60, and Ferrari is $5.20 as well. I think it'll be a couple of dollars on George.
Yeah, we're going to do
think
something. We're going to do something we haven't done for a long time.
Beyond the Bet is back.
No,
Oh, no.
no, we're going to do Fan Frenzy
Yeah.
within the main
Oh,
episode.
I was just going to say that. Should we, before we wrap up,
Yes,
because we've been a little bit late and we've got
we were
three
late.
people
We were
that
late
jumped
on it,
Fan
and there were a
Frenzy.
couple of good ones. And
I love that.
Rather
Let's
than do it, so I thought we'll throw it on the end of this
And I
one.
feel bad. I feel bad about actually putting people out.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
who have put it in and win
Absolutely,
this
I'm
episode.
going to start. Sam,
All right.
Sam, 3 points to Max. Pit lane to podium for past the set back. Pit lane to podium for past the
I think
set
it's
back.
supposed to say fought past.
Oh, fought
Because you're in
past.
four past.
Oh,
So
I
fought
see.
past the setback of the
The
puncture
setback
tyre.
of the puncture
Yep.
tyre. Ah, yes, okay. And celebrated Kimmy's podium right. I agree with that. That was great work. He did celebrate it right. 2 points to Lawson. More points for VCARB. Barely any fuss. Nice. I actually don't mind that call. Well done. Good one. And 1 point to Behrman. Got points, and I like him. Sumi. 9 out of 10 Fiesta. Battles up and down the grid. Drama. Max pulling off another Brazil masterclass, and it's Interlagos. Fair enough. Spud. Sprint dud. I don't mind that. The Spud is the sprint dud.
Spud.
That's good, Sam. You've come alive. You might be due for a return. Piastri, no excuses for a splash of water on track. You're a world champion contender, and every other driver except Hulk and Colbinto survived that corner. What a way to fumble 6 points. Oh, I think that's harsh. Anyway. Dud, Sonoda, for a weekend where the other three teammates excelled. He goes making stupid moves and serving penalties correctly. Oh, and not serving penalties correctly.
serving
I don't think it
penalties
was on him, though, was it? The penalty? What did
No.
he do? No.
No,
Well,
I
sorry,
don't
the
think
not
so.
serving it correctly.
Yep.
Hero minicars. Oh, yeah. Okay. And engineering for the survival cell for the big crash.
Yep.
Yeah. Question, is Brazil the best weekend of the calendar, excluding the Aussie opener? Agree. Say why. Plead your case. Otherwise, go for it.
It's not the best,
Jesus, close.
but it's close because there's just so many weekends that are just terrific. So I'm going to say it's not the best, and my case for that, Sam, is because it's not the final round. And so if it is the final round, then it is the best.
It's up there with the best.
It's up there as the best, but it's...
The shitty time doesn't help.
Yeah, I mean, I got up.
4 a.m. is nearly the worst one, isn't it?
I know, because then the race was finished and it was 6 o'clock, and I was
Now
like,
what
well,
do you
I
do?
don't have enough time to go back to bed, so I'm just twiddling my thumbs at 6. So
that would be why. But
that would be why. But
otherwise, a good call.
Yes. Simon Blackburn, a race ranking of 9 out of 10. Brazil delivers as always. 100% correct. Hero, Sauber crew for almost fixing Gabby's car in time for quali. Yes, great call. He got in it as the flag went down, so absolute credit to them. They are going to do really good things next year. Dud, Ferrari's bad luck haunts them once again. Points 3 to Lando for continuing momentum. Eyes forward, cut out the noise. 2 to Max for actually surpassing last year's Brazil. Simon, I am so in agreement with you. Last year was his absolute drive of his career at Brazil, but I thought this year was just as good, if not better. So yes, I absolutely agree with you there, Simon. I assumed it would only happen in wet weather. And 1 to Antonelli for outshining George and showing his true talent. Now, question: what year will Behrman join Ferrari, and whose place will he take? Easy to say he replaces Lewis for 27, but at this rate, Leclerc might just jump teams. Next year is a chance at a redo for Ferrari, but it's not passing the vibe check at the moment. I think that I can't see Lewis sticking around for too long at Ferrari, because it's just a little bit of boyhood dream, and I don't think they're going to come to the party soon enough for him. I think there would be a huge... Mark Webber's tongue-in-cheek comment still ringing in my ears that Oscar should learn Italian. And I think the day that Charles and Lewis both go from Ferrari, if you could pair that with Oscar and Behrman, then that's a very good pairing to then build your next generation upon. Because we know Ferrari love to do long-term. You turn up Ferrari, you don't get 12 months, you get 12 years. And then they build around you. So I think for me, Simon, they both have to go for Behrman to get the nod. We're just not ready yet, but there's no room there. And
when?
And I mean,
Go
Charles
on,
is,
take a stab.
When I'm going to say it'd be 3 years, to be honest. Like it'd be mid this regulation change. Like Charles will stick with it. Charles isn't doing anything wrong. The only reason Charles goes is if he wants to go. They're not throwing him out. He's their boy that they're building around. Yeah, and there's plenty to choose from before you choose from Behrman to replace Lewis. To be honest, like there's others. Like right now, if you can have Oscar or Behrman, well then you're taking Oscar every single time. So anyway, so that's it.
John Elkann can go before then too.
John Elkann can go from there.
Yep, we don't need his comments when our man Oscar goes there. Would you like to see Oscar in Ferrari?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that'd work really well.
Not anytime soon.
Not anytime soon, but don't leave. You don't want to do what Dan's done and people have done in the past, where you're winning and then you're going just because it didn't go your way.
Time it right.
Time it right.
The best thing to do is to find out what happens in 26 and not make any calls. I mean, the other thing is, for Behrman, if Ferrari happened to be the fastest car, you watch how quickly Verstappen's in a Ferrari. So.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's the thing. There's a couple of other drivers ahead of him. However, you never say never.
Imagine Max in a Ferrari.
Yeah. Be cool.
It'd be really difficult to imagine Max elsewhere.
It'd be cool.
It would be cool. Anyway, imagine Max and Oscar in a Ferrari.
We got one more, but I can't see it. Can you see it?
I'll read it. It's Dean Holtz, race ranking of 9.5 out of 10. Brazil really needs to be... good, Dean. Brazil really needs to be put back into the final race of the season. Absolutely, Dean. If anyone else tells you otherwise, they are not your friends. 3 to Lando, just another perfect weekend. 2 to Max, pit lane to P3 is a great drive. 1 to Behrman, mixing it with the big boys again and not looking out of place. Unfortunately, his next step will be going to Ferrari. Special mention to the person on the sim work on getting a great setup for Max on Sunday. Dud, Stewart's again for being inconsistent because if Science cursed a VSC in Mexico, surely Bortoleto disassembling his car and spreading it across turn 1 is at least a VSC, if not a full safety car or a red flag. Question: if Oscar had given P2 back to Kimi, do you think he still would have gotten a penalty? That's a really great question, Dean. I don't know.
Yes, because of Leclerc.
It was all because
of the Leclerc consequence. I think that would have been almost okay to let Kimi and Oscar be a racing incident.
Yeah.
But I think it was all about the Leclerc incident.
Yes. Also heard a couple of rumours about Oscar going to Red Bull. Yes, that was doing the rounds across the weekend. Don't think there's much to that one, to be honest. Next season, also heard about him and Leclerc might swap seats. I don't see any of them happening next season, but if both options were open to him, which one would you like him to take? I would like him to go to Ferrari over Red Bull, to be quite honest, because I don't hear good things about that Ford engine.
I would like him to stay at McLaren for next season and then make his decision.
I personally think that realistically, if Max leaves at the end of the year, that he could be that could be a good move for him to replace Max. But if he really needs to stay, he can stay away from Ferrari. So yes, good point, good questions there. Anyway, thanks everyone. Great call. Wonderful. On the quick early fan frenzy there too. But yes, anyway.
Yes. Well, we hope you've enjoyed it. We hope we've been uplifting enough to not let the Oscar championship failure to get you down too much.
Nah, we'll be down and out when it's fully officially over. But right now,
I think this is a nice stepping stone.
It ain't over till it's over.
No, it certainly is not. But yeah, looking forward to Vegas and looking forward to the last couple of rounds. Between now and then, we're going to battle it out with our schools in the trikes, and we'll be able to report back to see how we go. But thanks very much for listening. Like and share and get your friends listening and get your friends onto the Fan Frenzy as well. Until then, goodbye now.